I feel like he should have died.
Batman did die, though.
Batman
died.
I feel like the only reason they did that was to give Alfred a little, like, you know, with the theme of hope, what we were going with, you know, like, Alfred, his hope was to see Bruce happy. That's the only reason. I feel like everything else in the movie was pointing to him dying, and Batman not wanting to die, but being ready to die. With how it begins with, like, you know, Batman's, like, no cartilage, his knees messed up and everything, how he's not what he used to be, and he's gonna go down fighting, and all that stuff. Like, he's a broken man, and he's just like when Catwoman's like, you've given him everything, not yet. What more could he give other than his life to save Gotham? Like, I thought it would have been totally fitting for him to go out fighting and saving Gotham. And, like, the perfect ending would have been, like, just not mentioning autopilot and just be like, there's no autopilot, I have to do it manually. So he goes and does Gotham. I like what they did with, like, trying to give Alfred, you know, the little, like, satisfaction of, like, I did my job. He's, you know, I raised Bruce and he's happy. This is good. But also it goes against everything Batman is, because Bruce Wayne can't live without Batman, so he's gonna live without
Batman. That's
Batman.
why he let Batman die. Batman is dead to the entire world, other than Lucius Fox, Alfred, and Selina Kyle. Everyone assumes he's dead at this point.
Well, and Gordon, because the symbol.
He fixed it.
He fixed it to make him let him know.
Fixed the spotlight.
But I think he did that.
I don't think Gordon knows that he's still alive.
I think he did that more so, like, Gordon knows that he's still alive.
Memory,
instead of
everyone knows Batman was a good person. It was more like,
who else
like how they have the statue of Batman. I feel like that's what the spotlight is. Cause
Drake.
Drake.
I feel like what that was about was, like, he did that to show Gordon. Like, I don't think anybody else was going to use it, and he seemed surprised that it happened. So I thought it's kind of like, oh, is he gone? He's not gone. He did it. He's still alive. That's what I got out of that scene.
See, I just got out of it. It's another memoriam thing, you know.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. You see that, for example, 9/11. How they have the spotlights on the anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like one of those things.
Okay.
Batman had just saved all of Gotham.
Okay.
And all you can do is a statue. No, let's give him a spotlight too.
Alright, so back to
Robin.
Big announcement at the very end of the movie. Great thrown in there, because Nolan said at the beginning.
It?
I loved it.
I loved it as
Nolan
well.
said at the beginning of the shit.
Everything about this movie.
No Robin will be
in this movie.
And I feel like he stretched it to the very end.
Which is the only reason why I loved it. If it had happened halfway through the movie, I would have.
It would have been terrible. Where he did not lie, but he fulfilled every fan's, like,
yeah.
Oh my God, it's Robin.
Not every fan.
Well, you know, I don't know how you don't like Robin. Where he finds
I like
finds the
Robin.
Batcave and
I have so many problems with it in regards to he knows Blake is a good guy. He has a heart of gold, and he knows
he's an orphan as well.
He's an orphan, so he has that in common, and he knows what it means to be a symbol, and he passes that on to him. But I don't buy Bruce allowing him to not. I don't really care if he's taking up the Bat mantle or he's gonna become Robin or Nightwing or anything like that.
I think it's irrelevant too.
I don't care what he becomes. It's just the fact that it's alluding to him becoming something and making his own symbol, where he has absolutely no training, no wealth to back him up, like everything Batman had. Like, he has the mansion, but he doesn't have Wayne Enterprises. He doesn't have anything like that. So he has no resources or sustainability to have a career in being this symbol. So I don't know if it's just like, you found out I was Batman, you believed in me, you wanted me to come back, here's the Batcave. Like, it's just a little extra for, like, you know, the orphanage.
Get in there.
But, like, the ending alludes to him becoming a symbol.
Does Bruce actually, like, notify him of the Batcave, or does he find it on his own?
I think,
he found it on his own.
What exactly was the deal with, like, the woman, like, saying, like, oh, I like your name, Robin? Like, where was he at?
He was at, like, he was at
They just read the will.
They just read the will, and the will had it.
And he's like,
he
is
just
there
got an
anything for
envelope.
me, kind of deal?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, no, Mr. Wayne didn't leave anything for you, but, oh yeah, so then I guess it kind of
Try
does.
your, yeah.
'Cause he doesn't actually get Wayne Manor.
He just gets
that
the
goes
back
to the
end.
orphanage. Like, that becomes a...
Does he start working at Wayne Manor or something? That's what I got.
Well, and then he starts practicing on the rope.
Yeah.
He's doing something
And he
with
finds
that,
it. But,
I thought that was great.
I mean, I want to say I liked it because it's like, hey, it's Robin, even though, like, it's kind of, I think what we were saying before was, like, we shouldn't take it as, like, legit a Robin, but like the idea of
Oh,
all
Robin.
Robin, of a Robin,
Yeah.
of like all the Robins meshed together. Because like, you know, I think what was like the first one, Dick Grayson like became a cop in Bloodhaven in the
Yes.
comics. One, like they're all orphans.
Orphan.
And one's like detective and stuff like that. So like they're kind of like the culmination of every Robin instead of
Drake,
just being
Blake.
like, this one's Dick Grayson and that's the one you get in my franchise. It's kind of like the illusion that like
They're all
Robin is the successor.
within one.
But I just didn't care for his character. I didn't care
You're
for
the
the
minority
ending.
on that. Man.
What I would have wanted was like, because Catwoman is barely in it, like just take out JGL's character, give the whole legacy JGL, just give the whole legacy arc to Catwoman, kind of, have Batman die. Also,
Wow, you're just...
I don't care how you feel about those. One thing you cannot deny is that everybody should have found out he was Bruce Wayne.
I think no. I don't think that at all.
Yeah, I disagree with
I
that.
feel like like that scene where he's telling Gordon like it's almost as good as
I'm glad
bringing
that the people
code on a young
close.
kid in a police when he was only a
I'm
cop.
glad that happened, at least Gordon.
To give him
Gordon
some,
found out.
yeah, closure.
But-
And then when you have
it
the
doesn't
statue,
really matter. I mean, I don't know. It doesn't really matter that if anyone
I'm not
else
saying
did
it matters for like, you know, story purposes, but I'm saying like, how fucking stupid is Gotham City to not realize it by now? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, because Fox is not the only person who worked in the R&D department. That's impossible. There's a lot more that goes into making like tanks.
Look-
But
for
which
the
is why, if
military.
you go back to Batman,
Yes,
when
I was
he's
gonna
first
say-
ordering the parts, he orders a lot of
all
them, not
all,
just one.
all of his stuff, but I'm talking specifically about the tumblers
and all right,
and
well,
stuff like that. The
say
Batcopter.
someone did figure it out. Look what happened to
Well, they already had
what's
many tumblers
his
they were
name
developing.
that Lucius scared off in the second one. What was his name? Who
Reese.
crunched the numbers? Yeah.
Peace.
But this isn't people trying to blackmail him. I'm saying the tumblers were throughout Gotham City.
Yeah.
There were
Oh.
3 or 4 Gotham's tumblers throughout Gotham City, and there was news coverage of Bane on a tumbler,
Well,
where he was like, you know, this is Harvey Dent. He's standing on a tumbler. There's
they
newscasters
use
like
the
recording
tumblers in the
them.
military.
What?
Or it's implied that they use the tumblers in the military.
Yeah. So then, if
They
news
developed
coverage
it for the
out of
military.
Gotham City had like if there has to be at least one person who worked on it looking at, you know, their babies, and they have to wonder, that's Wayne Enterprises, and he's using everything from Wayne Enterprises. Why is he using everything from Wayne
Well, he's in
Enterprises?
Gotham. Wayne Enterprises is the biggest business
Who-
in there.
Someone has to
And
have worked
he-
on the nuclear reactor, like...
Well, he's saying he stole from Wayne Enterprises. That's what I get out of it. Like
Yeah.
crap.
Okay, alright.
He broke into Wayne Enterprises, stole the core, stole the, what's gonna be the nuclear bomb, the tumblers,
Stole the money.
stole the money.
Okay.
He bankrupted them.
Okay, alright. There's more to this.
Okay.
8 years ago, they both go into seclusion at the same time. 8 years later, they both come out of seclusion at the same time, Bruce Wayne and Batman. And then after the end of the story, they both die at the same time, and everyone's just like,
Oh, he's looking way
Oh.
too much into this right now.
he was just, I am not. This is, I thought everyone
I
knew
think
by the
you
end of
are.
the
I think
movie.
you're looking way
I
too
thought it
much
was way too simple.
And how do you know people?
just
the
spoon
thing
feed it
is-
to
the thing
people.
is, you also don't really. You don't know if they know or not.
Well, in my
'Cause it doesn't really touch upon the common person. You don't hear all the
you could look
conversations
you
they
could
have.
look at that 8-year gap and be like, alright, with the dent, you know, the dent law passed, Gotham cleaned itself up. There's no reason for Batman to be there.
Bruce. Why is
And,
Bruce in seclusion?
and again, people. I feel like the common person doesn't care if he's in seclusion. It's more about the upper class. The upper. Well, you care because you're a fan of the series. I'm saying people in this.
Alright, I
universe.
can see where Tom's coming from because
just
in the first two movies,
yeah, I understand.
in the first two
Yeah,
movies,
I can see your
Bruce,
point.
I mean, he's got charity banquets. He shows himself a lot, but his whole thing is he's giving money to charities, you know, funding everything.
Mhm.
Even if he went into seclusion for a while, money's still going, everything's still being funded, so people can be like, okay, he's still around. But doesn't the money stop at a certain
Stop.
point? There would be like,
The profits
okay,
are going
Batman's
down.
gone. Wait a minute, why is there no money coming from Bruce? Oh, what? And you know, I can see how that.
There's just
but-
way too many convenient people look the other ways, and it's just like
I mean,
there's you're talking about suspending belief. This is like supposed to be realistic. Like I seriously felt with like the fact that like he's like Mr. Wayne, and like that fact that Bane knew that he was Batman, the fact that he was using
They knew through Talia.
well, still, the fact that he knew, the fact that he found out, the fact that he uses everything from Wayne Enterprises against him, against Gotham City, I thought they were leading up to that ending where everyone's gonna find out that Bane is Batman, or